Hey, what's guys, TheCampingRusher here. As usual, with less than 9 days remaining till a new season, we got lots of news. And that includes new chapter news, new trailer news on this season, and actually a lot about the Battle Pass. 3 or 4 skins, some proven, some assumed. Here we go. Let's start with Chapter 5. Tactical Sprint. We'll be getting a major rework in Chapter 5 Season 1, probably because of wall running, right? Wall running, wall kicking are both being worked on. They've been being worked on for a while. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that. But with that, it's a massive movement change, right? So they're going to have to adjust some things, and the tactical sprint being changed, right? The sprint fast, the double tap shift, or whatever you use on controller, that's going to have to change too. That makes sense. So to me, this is just further proof that wall running, wall kicking is coming for Chapter 5. Also in Chapter 5 Season 1, hurdling is making a return. Now don't fret, because if you're like me, I really did not like hurdling, but they changed the one thing that was bad about it. When it returns, you will not be able to automatically hurdle like in Chapter 4 Season 1, right? We had it for a little bit at the start of the chapter. Instead, you'll have to press jump before hurdling over a small obstacle. This was the problem. This was the problem. The amount of times that I auto hurdled off of specifically the top of the castle, one of those pillars at Anvil Square, right? Because I would just run up to it, go in a peak, and then I'd auto hurdle and I would be taken out. I'd scream, I'd rage, epic, what are you doing? And then they disabled it shortly after that. So yeah, this is I'm down. It's a good feature, a good mechanic. They were just missing this key part to it. So it sounds like it's coming back, but in good form. Let's talk about the racing mode. Every time we talk about it now, there's something new, unless it's a big summary. Today is not a big summary. Just a reminder though, there is a massive racing mode, car mode, similar to Mario Kart, being made by Epic themselves to launch with Chapter 5 Season 1. And we know a little bit more about it today. I've covered it in detail, and we will continue to in separate videos, but today's new stuff, it's not fully confirmed yet, but there will be some sort of race leaderboard like the one in Mario Kart after every race. Okay, so that's one piece of new info. And then according to a recent leak, here are the racing mode placeholder icons. So yeah, there's some placeholder icons there. There's going to be a competitive mode, casual mode, 12 different maps, and a ton of other stuff. The Mario Kart comparison is the best idea we have of it so far. It's, again, one of Epic's top 5 focuses right now, so it's a big deal. Chapter 4, Season 4. Time to move on. That's our Chapter 5 discussion today. Season 4 is currently set to only have 3 updates. This does not include the LEGO update, right? We have 26.1.2.3, but it sounds like the LEGO update, which is actually 27, is still a part of Season 4. It's just that big of a deal that they're giving it its own version number, right? And we're learning more and more about that every day as well. We're not going to talk about that today, though. It's not going to be part of the focus. But just so you know, 3 updates before the LEGO update, and then a massive LEGO update that should last about a month. And then the chapter finale will be around December 5th. And then the new chapter will begin sometime around then, right? Those are our dates. And we finally have a pretty good idea of how this is all going to work. We're going to do one little talk here about UEFN before we talk about some big Battle Pass trailer stuff. This will interest a lot of you, not just, it interests me because the biggest passion right now is creating the Fortnite maps. And once again, thanks to everyone who supports. Nothing to promote today, but just thanks. And we are, here's a quote from Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games. We're working on a public roadmap. The team is busy at work on Persistence for release soon, but I'm not sure of the date. Per island persistence will be exposed through module-level global variables mapping players to states. Don't worry, I'll dumb that down for you in a second. General cross-island persistence is significantly further out and will likely come with public modules. Modules released independently from islands whose contents can be visible to others as specified by the creator. It's a lot to, as soon as I read that, I needed an explanation to me. So did many of the replies. What does this mean? Basically save data, right? As a player, the only thing that saves right now are the old maps created in Creative 1.0, right? Like the pit, for example. So you can see, you log back in, you've got your total amount of eliminations every single session you've played. UEFN does not have that. Every session you play is a brand new session. It resets completely. It's extremely limiting to the type of games that people can create. So there's 2 things here. the per map, so one map persistence, which is what we see in Creative 1.0, that's coming very soon, okay? Where you say you log into my map, the Supercar Tycoon map, and you play for an hour, you've made progress, you log off, you come back the next day, you're still in the same place, okay? That's coming soon, that's a big deal. The other part is being able to save character data onto another map. So let's say, yeah, you play that supercar map. It doesn't really work in this sense, but you level yourself up, you get a bunch of weapons, and then we allow you to go to, let's say, my old Lucky Blocks pit map. You get to keep those weapons you had in the Supercar Tycoon, right? So able to transfer over and save character data. That's a long ways away, to be honest. I didn't even think that was coming. So it's kind of exciting news, and it's a little harder for me to picture, but it's exciting as a creator, but also as a player. I guess I'm a player too, so both. Okay, let's talk Season 4. Fortnite has been teasing Season 4 secretly. One of Sunny's styles is called Voyager Sunny. She has the same blood moon crest on her shoulder that content creators are receiving. So wanted to point that out, and that's kind of a segue into digging deeper into these eclipse red moon images that a lot of content creators have been being sent by Epic. And how it's working is it's the Kato Thorn is this character that is stealing certain items. That's the idea of these teasers. And so, for example, like some of these photos, the Squatting Dog's Lego Vespa apparently has been stolen, or collected, I should say, not stolen. Reddish's mini bush, Merle's LED light, Sir Sand's picture, and Courage, one of his play buttons was, I guess stolen works too. Stolen, collected. So what is this? Well, Happy goes on here. There's a little bit of a theory. According to the recent Triggerfish snapshot, Turk explains he does not want to sell to a wealthy collector. The IRL teasers that we just talked about mention items are going missing from their rooms and replaced with the teasers. This appears to be Kato, maybe it's Kato, I might be saying it wrong, aka the collector. I looked at survey skins to determine who this could be, and these are, I guess, Happy's best guesses. One of these guys could be our collector. Again, whoever the collector is most likely going to be part of the battle pass and a main character in our next season. So those are his guesses. I mean, those are really good looking survey skins. I'd be happy with most, if not all of those in the battle pass. Who is this collector? Take your guesses down below. Let me know what you think, and we will go from there. So that's first discussion. Bunch of different battle pass skins there that could be. We also have this from the previous video, but it's worth mentioning that Sloan has a bunch of different voice lines, but some of the things she says in those voice lines, she's recruited someone that knows her very well, someone that is infuriating to her. And then the last one that Sloan wants to call in, right? She can't believe she's saying it. It's someone who's clearly stubborn, but she knows that he's capable of getting the job done, someone that she trusts. Well, we're hoping this will be the return of Jones. This is a theory, of course, and maybe reaching a bit because I really want Jones to make a return. So there's another potential for our battle pass. And I'm going to add on to this. We talked about this in the last video, but we missed a part. I talked about all these things that are leaked, right? Eclipse themed, a new teaser in 6 days, the radio tower landmark, vampire boss, armored cars, suppressed sniper rifle, C4 unvaulted, armored walls, and cruiser motorcycles. But one of them is this Kuji Datura character, and a little bit of a theory from Geno, Fortnite Leak 08. Datura means flower, and on the survey are official skins that haven't come out yet, there is a flower on her waist on this skin that kind of looks like a Datura. So possibly another look at a battle pass skin. We also mentioned this skin and this style potentially being the Triarch Aurora skin that's been mentioned this season in a couple NPC text lines. And then similar to the look of the mural. Again, none of this is confirmed. I'm sure, but it's based on some good evidence, so I'm sure we get some of these right. We normally get a couple right. And then that's most of the battle pass discussion that we know about so far. And then I'm gonna end it off with this one right here from Akko, a Season 4 theory. The Season 4 trailer will begin, this is a theory, with the eclipse occurring or having already occurred, right? We know it's happening. I think this is how the trailer will go as well. We'll be likely introduced to the Kuji Datura character who signed the season 4 teaser. I bet we will be introduced to this Kuji Datura, this Kato, this collector, whoever it may be. I think those two elements are going to be a big piece in it. So let me know your thoughts. Touch the like button on your way out. Subscribe. Take care. Talk soon. Good.